Well, hello and welcome to Marriage and Family Systems from Moody Bible Distance Learning. This is your fearless leader, Professor Jefferson, and I want to welcome you with a tinge of sadness to week 8. We're here. We've made it. When we started, it was summer. I was laying in my pool, and now my pool is ready to be shut down, and fall is here, and leaves are falling, and soon it'll be winter. Boo. Okay, so week 8. We are going to be reading Real World Parenting by Mark Madlock, and you'll be doing a reflection paper, one page. Just what did you get out of it? What's the one thing that really stood out to you? And I want to tell you a quick story about Mark. When my wife and I were first married and I was in seminary, we went to First Baptist Jackson, Mississippi, a megachurch. And my wife was the executive assistant for the youth ministry, and she was in charge of conferences and concerts and putting all the details together. One of those conferences was a guy named Dawson McAllister, and Mark Madlock was on staff with him. And he would do magic, and he'd talk and do different talks, and it was really cool. So the night before the conference, we got to go out to eat with all of them, and so we're sitting there and we're hanging out, and I was actually sitting across from Mark, and we talked the whole night. It just kind of hit it off. It was really cool. And then, of course, the conference came, and I never saw him again. 8 years later, I am now a youth pastor in Illinois, and he brought his Planet Wisdom tour to here, and I took some kids to it. And so we're all up at the front, and I was really, really new. I'd been on staff of the church like a month. This was already planned when I got there. So we're standing there, and they all want to meet Mark. And they're all talking to Mark, and I'm standing behind them. And this is absolutely true. Mark looks over their shoulders and goes, "Oh my gosh, Jeff Williams. How are you, buddy?" Mind you, he met me once, 8 years before. Then he says, "How's Maxine? How are you guys doing? You guys have kids yet?" What? Okay, I'm pretty good with names, but I'm nothing. That's crazy good with names. Because think how many people he meets. Right? So it's really cool. So he's very gifted with names, that he would remember me from 8 years before and my wife's name. So just a fun fact about Mark Madlock. It's a great book. For your discussion board, you're going to be talking about different options for schooling, which can get a little controversial, a little conflict, a little debate going there, which is good. But I love Mark's attitude toward in the book. And remember, you need to back it up with some information from his book. He's very balanced in that. And then your family research paper is due, and I am super geeked about reading those. I have a 4-day weekend from the school, no school on Friday, no school on Monday. So if you turn it in, I'm hopefully going to get some of those done, but if not, I will be reading them. Just here's some things, okay? Proofread. Please proofread. Spell check. Grammar check, download Grammarly, go through it, have somebody else read it out loud, see if it sounds right, see if it flows. And then also, don't be afraid to be a little creative. I like that. Okay, so there is no question of the week this week because I want you to concentrate on your family research papers. But I do want to tell you that in the midst of all of the sadness from Las Vegas to Tom Petty, and for those of us who are our age, that means something. Maybe the younger ones it doesn't, but the older ones it means something to us. I just want you to remember that the hope of the world is Jesus. Okay? I know we can get all wrapped up in theology and we can all wrapped up in debating stuff, but it really does come down to Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Don't lose that. Don't lose the very foundation of it, because now is the time to outlive and outlove the world. Now is the time. Okay, that's it. That's all. If you have any questions or comments or prayer requests, please let me know. Onward and upwards.